So hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the AM House and Home Show with me, Abhilasha. Today we're going to be having a really fun and a really therapeutic video because today we are playing with flowers, leaves and nature. In today's episode we are going to be creating some really simple, really fun, really pretty, beginner friendly flower arrangements, and we are not going to be spending even a single penny on the flowers because we are going to be using flowers and leaves and things we find in nature all around us, under your office building, outside your kids' school, in your garden, in your neighbor's garden, in the market, in the park in your neighborhood. These flowers are everywhere. All we have to do is look around and be more aware of our surroundings, and we will find beauty all around. And in this video we are going to learn about how we are going to get some of that beauty that nature has provided into our homes in a very quick and simple manner. So let's get started. The first flower arrangement that I am creating is using these very beautiful tiny little white flowers, and these grow in the summer and they are all around my house. They are so pretty to look at and so fragrant, and it's like a creeper and it just covers everything that is around it. We are going to be using a teapot kind of a vessel which is black in color for this flower arrangement, just because the black against the white flowers looks really striking, and it has a very peculiar zen like very Japanese kind of shape which complements the simple very minimal kind of flower arrangement that we are doing. So it's really fun to use the things that you have lying around your house, whether it is a teapot, a kettle, glasses. You don't have to go out and specifically buy something for flower arrangements. Just look around, you have plenty of stuff lying around that can be used for the same. So I'm just taking the creeper and I'm just going to put it in the vase and let it just hang out, and just creates a very beautiful shape on its own. Nothing much has to be done. And again, I will give you a tip that the fewer leaves on the stem part that goes inside the water, the longer the flower arrangement lasts. However, these are very delicate flowers and they don't last for over one day. Now, to create a kind of grouping, so to say, I really like doing groupings. When you group things together, very simple things can also start looking very fun and interesting. So I'm going to take another little teapot kind of a thing, and I'm going to just add 2 leaves in that, and again it forms that shape which is also being formed by the flowers. So when I keep these together, they look really nice. But even if you just do something simple like this and keep them separately, only the flowers separately, only the 2 leaves separately, even then it just looks really nice and really zen like, and it has a very soothing, calming kind of effect, and I feel like just meditating right now. So now moving on to my second flower arrangement. This I wanted to use this really beautiful brass vessel that I found lying deep inside the cupboard. It's something that I never end up using and I thought I must use it. And I also wanted the details of the brass urli to be seen. Thought of getting Raat Rani ka those little buds and leaves and putting it together like a nest inside the urli. So it looked very interesting with those little light green buds and the leaves all over inside the urli. And then I am planning to put a little bowl filled with water nestled inside that nest, like a cozy little thing, and in that just float some red roses just to add some color to the green. Now this kind of flower arrangement looks really nice if you place it on the floor or below the eye level, because then you can see the flowers from the top, and when you're coming from a distance you also see the details of the brass urli. So this is perfect for the floor. However, then I thought that if someone wants to keep the same kind of arrangement on a table or a coffee table or a dining table, then you would need some kind of height at eye level for it to be seen. So I changed up the little bowl that of roses and flowers that I had put in the middle of the Raat Rani, and instead I just put one of those spiky pin things. I don't know what they are called, but you get them very easily and they hold the flowers. So I'm putting that inside, and I am just letting 3 or 4 stems of these very pretty purple flowers inside it, and they stand so beautifully, they look so delicate, and it just looks lovely nestled in between the Ratrani. So this was so beautiful. Oh my god, these flowers are so fragrant. After doing this, I put this entire flower arrangement inside my room, and all night it was so amazing, so fragrant. It's like the whole room was enveloped in this beautiful, sweet, delicate smell. Of course, they start blooming at night, so the night is really nice. You must try it. You will find these growing here, there, everywhere. Just take a few of the dundies and put it inside a glass of water and thank me for it later. So amazing. And I am thinking that why did I not think of this earlier? I mean, I should have been doing it for years and years and years, but it's never too late to start. So now coming to the third flower arrangement, it's not really a flower arrangement, it's actually just a very simple leaf or stem arrangement. I was walking back to the car and it had rained the previous night, so there were these little branches and slightly longer twigs lying on the ground, and I was like, oh my god, these look so beautiful. And this was banyan tree, so it had those little red berries attached to it as well, and it looked so lovely. So I picked up a few of these stems and I came home and I had this beautiful glass old container kind of thing which had been lying in the godown for so long. It's really old, and I pulled that out, filled it with water, and just put a stem of the banyan tree that I had found on the ground, and it lasted so long, 5-6 days at least, and it looked so pretty, just adding some green into the room. It's like adding life into the room. It just looked divine. And plus, if you have some kind of, also if you have an interesting vessel to hold your leaves or stems, it just adds to the charm of the leaf or the stem itself. So now moving on to my fourth flower arrangement. This is also a really simple grouping kind of arrangement, and even when I had done my previous flower arrangement video, I had used glass bottles. I love glass bottles. I can never get myself to throw away any glass bottle. So any product, any oil, any masala that gets over a jar, I just keep the glass bottles. And I have such a huge collection now that sometimes I think I'm hoarding and I'm adding to the clutter in my house, but I absolutely love them. So this is very simple. All you have to do is create a group of 6 bottles, 4 bottles, 8 bottles, whatever you have with you, different shapes, different sizes, everything goes. So create a group, fill them all with water, and then just add one stem of flower or leaves or whatever you find around you, but it just adds so much color. And when they're in a group, they just look like such a cute family that it just, simple flowers, but they just look so sweet and different when they're all grouped together. So these are the purple button flowers that I don't know what these flowers are called, but even when I was a child I used to find them very fascinating, and they are growing in my garden now, so I had to put them in and feel very nostalgic. For my fifth and last flower arrangement, I am using my favorite flowers, which are the bougainvillea. They are all over and they just add so much color and pretty to any space. I love all the colors that you see them in, and for this one I just decided to take a few little twigs and stems of the bougainvillea in different colors. If you have different colors available, it just makes it even more fun. A little pink, a little orange, a little white, all of it put together. And this time I am using teacups for the vessel to hold my flower arrangement. They look so cute in the little teacups. So I am just taking 2 teacups, 1 saucer. I am adding water to the teacups and just stuff them in. Anything goes, but they just look so sweet, and surprisingly they lasted very long, at least 3 days. And then I had guests over one of the evenings, and even my guests noticed and complimented me and said that these teacups and the bougainvillea in them is looking really cute. So these were my very simple, very quick, very beginner friendly flower arrangements which cost nothing, but they add so much beauty and so much joy into the space that you are in. So I highly recommend that whenever you step out, come back home with some flowers, some leaves, anything that you find pretty on your way, put it in an interesting vessel, and it just makes me so happy when I see it. And if the flowers or leaves are fragrant, then Sone pe suhaga, like they say. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe, please like, please leave a comment and tell me which your favorite flower arrangement was and which you are going to be trying. And if you do try them, do tag me on Instagram at the AM Show, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Until then,